Hello everyone, I know that I told you that we were going to build further on the register index.php file in this tutorial, but first of all we're going to add something called a table, and that is something in the database that you can create. So log into your 0 web host account and click this, go to control panel. Now scroll down until you find phpMyAdmin. Click that, and now click enter phpMyAdmin. And now once that is loaded, you are going to see that it says no tables found in database. So we're going to create a new table called users. Number of fields, number of fields, that's like the number of rows, and we need 4 rows. So you hit go. And now we have a table with 4 fields. ID, that's the first field we're going to create is an ID, so that each user will get a unique ID number. And the type of this is a big int, because it is a integer variables, which means that it is numbers. Varchar is a strings, text. Length values, that's just going to be 255. And collation attributes and a null, leave that to default. Extra, put auto increment in there, and it is very important that you check the primary box. So we have a field called ID, and it has a type of big int, which means that it holds big numbers, and there can be 255 IDs stored. And collation is left to default, attributes is left to default. Not null, no null is set to not null, because if set it to null, it can't store any value. Default is also left with no value, and auto increment means that the first user that registers will get ID 1, the next one 2, the next one 3, and so on. And a primary key is very important to check that one. Also, we want to store a username, and a usernames, well, that's varchar, because that's strings. And also that's going to have 255. And well, that's all you need for that. Now also a password, and that's also going to be varchar. And varchar, it can hold numbers and text. So now you put in let's see, an email too, because we want to store it and an account's email address too. And you put 255 in here too, and that's all you need. So now you just click save, and now if you get any errors, it'll say here, but as long as you did like me, well, then you're not going to have any errors. And this is this table users has been created in the database A2634290_php, and we are in structure right now. If you go to browse, you'll be able to see all of the values that the users has put in. So if a user registers, then it's going to say something else than this here, but that's because that we haven't got any registrations yet, so this is empty so far. But once someone registers, ID will have a will have 1, and you'll see that the username, then it displays the user's username right here, and the user's password and the user's email. So actually you can look at everyone's passwords. But I'm just going to recap what we got one more time. We got 4 fields in our table called users. The first field is an ID that can hold 255 numbers per ID, so that's pretty long. And it has and collation is leave to nothing. Attributes is set to nothing. Null is set to no, because if it is set to null, well, then you're not going to be able to have any values in there, so that's left to no. Default left to no. Extra, make sure that's auto increment, and this means that the first user that registers will get ID 1, the next one 2, and so on. Also, we have the primary key checked. Now we have a field called username, and that is a that'll hold the account or the user's username, and it can hold 255 characters per username, so that's pretty long too. Collation, I don't know why it says that Latin one thing, but that doesn't matter. Attributes is left to nothing. Null, no, because we want store value in the default. Well, no, nothing in there either. And extra, nothing. And password stores the user's password, and it can hold 255 characters per password, so that's pretty long again. And that actually has the same function as username, and the same with email. So I guess this was it. And yeah, I'll see you in my next tutorial.